for choosing Chain Link Theater. We invite you to sit back and relax in the comfort of your car, or gym, or wherever you are. Please remember that talking is permitted during the feature, as that is literally the entire point of the show. So please, turn up your cell phones, grab your own snack, and hold on to your butts. Your feature presentation begins now!
Welcome back to Chain Link Theater, the show where every movie leads us to the next, one actor at a time. I'm Autumn.
And I'm Kyle.
And today we're linking from Billy Madison into Reservoir Dogs, thanks to our next link in the chain, the one and only Steve Buscemi.
Buscemi.
Yes. We practiced and I said it
we
right.
We did practice and you said it wrong again, but I actually found out earlier that he pronounced it wrong when he was a kid.
What is it?
He said Buscemi when he was a kid. Buscemi. And then he found out later, I think well after he got famous.
Buscemi.
Yes.
Bush in me. Buscemi.
Sure.
Buscemi. Okay. I'm going to try my best. I'll probably mess it up.
Okay.
So anyway, what do you want to talk about? I feel like even though I can't pronounce it, Steve Buscemi is like just part of.
There it is again.
I'm gonna mess it up because that's how I've always said it. So like he's just one of those actors who I think everyone knows.
Oh yeah, everyone who's listening to this for sure knows exactly who that is.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who doesn't know who that is.
But did you know he was born in 1957?
I would have assumed.
So he's coming up on 70 pretty soon.
Yeah, next year.
Wow, he was born in Brooklyn. He was raised in Valley Stream, which is on Long Island.
Which apparently he made a movie about.
Oh, yeah. And what'd that say? In 1996?
I think.
That's in the first paragraph on his Wikipedia.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Go on.
A lot of his fame comes from this movie, but also from working with Adam Sandler.
It's so interesting because this movie, like polar opposites.
Well,
like the
character-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so because like the characters in Adam Sandler movies are usually completely like insane. For the most part. I mean, not Billy Madison's character. Billy Madison's character is this character.
Is this character?
Pretty
Mr.
sure.
Pink?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't you think?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I think he's on the evil side of the spectrum in both movies.
I don't. Well, yeah. But I definitely could see Mr. Pink if he got like blah, 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 blah. Spoiler alert for later on. He ends up being the character in Billy Madison.
Oh, okay. Well, this came out before that, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And spoiler alert for Reservoir Dogs. I think he maybe survives.
Spoilers. We're not going to talk about it yet. We don't know.
I'm sorry.
Because I hadn't ever seen this movie. What else do you want to say about Steve Buscemi, though, before we get into the movie?
I guess we cover his personal life first. He was he moved to New York City as a young adult and worked odd jobs, and he was a firefighter in the 70s for FDNY.
And then he rejoined.
He was a firefighter from 1977 to 81, and then he went off and got famous.
Yeah.
And then 9/11 happened.
And then he rejoined and served again.
He showed up at the doorstep of his old fire station the day after 9/11 because that was the first time, the second he could get there. He got there. And nobody knew about that for 10 years.
Because it's like, that's how you are
Till people were
supposed to
seeing
do it.
old pictures. Yeah, he didn't do it for him.
Yeah, you like, that's one thing that like social media I think is crazy about, where I understand the need, I guess, to advertise that you're doing charity.
Do you?
Well, but like, I guess it can make more people willing to do charitable things, but also you're now making money off of charity, which is counterintuitive.
It is counterintuitive. It's kind of gross.
I mean, it is. But anyway.
How many credits does this say he has on IMDb?
A lot. He has 198 actor credits and 18 director credits.
Oh, he directed.
And he has 3 writer credits.
Wow. The 198, that's more than Darren McGavin.
Yeah, it's a huge
Darren
career.
McGavin was 80.
But I was going through it, and I don't think I've heard of the first things in like 1991 that he was in.
Yeah, this came out in 1992.
Like, other than Miami Vice, he's in 1 episode.
Yeah, I wouldn't count that.
And then like I think what's it called? Barton Fink. Fink is the first.
Barton Fink is a Stanley Kubrick movie.
That's the first one. I've heard of this one. I think Zandali.
Pretty sure.
Have I heard of that?
Well, we've heard of that because Nicolas Cage is in that, and I don't know if we've told our listeners yet, but I own every single Nicolas Cage
That's
movie.
why I've heard of it, because I had to look for it.
So we have it.
Okay. That's why I've heard of that.
Yeah, he's in that. That's interesting. I don't know if I would say he really got famous.
This is his first big movie,
until Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and he did great in this.
Oh, yeah. He's super great in this. He worked with Adam Sandler for 16 Sandler movies.
That does not surprise me.
So most of them. He worked with the Coen brothers like 3 different times.
Mm-hmm.
Did he work with Tarantino again?
Pulp Fiction, it says he's in.
Is he?
Yeah. Where was it?
Yeah, it was right there. But go back up.
Pulp Fiction, Buddy Holly. Do you know who that is?
Well, I know who Buddy Holly is. I don't know.
Do you know who he is in Pulp Fiction?
In terms of Pulp Fiction, I mean, assume knowing Tarantino, he actually means Buddy Holly.
Oh, okay. I've only seen Pulp Fiction once, so I can't really help. Airheads is great, though. And this would have been his first movie with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Not that this is an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, Sandler said many years later that Buscemi is a mandatory part of any Sandler movie.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Oh, he's in Escape from L.A. He did so many cameos. He's in Con Air.
Oh, he's good in Con Air.
He's in my favorite movie of all time.
Do you remember him in Con Air?
Barely.
Oh, okay. I love Con Air.
He's in my favorite movie of all time, The Big Lebowski. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Donnie. I love that movie. That's a good one. Oh, he's in Monsters, Inc. He's Randall.
Oh, yeah. He did switch to voice work.
I just feel like anyone who's a millennial, he's just integral into like your whole life.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I'm assuming everybody who's listening to this has a favorite Steve Buscemi movie, and we probably haven't mentioned it.
Well, we just said Big Lebowski. What else is there?
Well, somebody else's favorite might be, what's that? The Chosen One.
Then stop listening. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, though. He's a parent. Yeah, like we said last week, he's in an episode of Bob's Burgers. I need to figure out which one that is. But
yeah. He's a notoriously quiet guy.
I know nothing about his personal life.
Yeah, he's fairly anti Hollywood image.
Oh my gosh, it says he was stabbed multiple times in 2001 at some lounge while shooting Domestic Disturbance. Oh. He had to intervene in a fight between Vince Vaughn and Scott Rosenberg and 2 local men, and then he was someone stabbed him? What?
And Vince Vaughn was there.
Of course he was. Okay. That's crazy. He's been stabbed.
This is insane. His Wikipedia is insane.
He's probably lived a crazy life.
I was going to say he feels the need to over-tip now because of this anti-tipping scene in this movie.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I kind of, like, we'll get into it when we talk about the movie, but I get 100% where he's coming from. Sort of.
Right.
Like, his issue was more like they're making minimum wage, but my issue is more, like, I tip. I always tip.
Yeah.
But I don't. Why is it on me to pay for your employees? Yeah. You pay your employees. That's what they do in other countries.
Well, Harvey Keitel kind of says something
similar.
Well, we're not into the movie yet.
Okay, yeah.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm done talking about Buscemi.
Okay, so I had never seen this movie before.
Wow.
Absolutely loved it.
Loved it?
Loved it.
Good.
This might be my new favorite Tarantino movie.
Whoa.
This was fantastic.
You've got such recency bias.
I do. I just watched it. And the music was a bop. I loved this movie. Okay, so yeah.
Going well.
This is going well. My mic just crapped out for 2 seconds. But yeah, no, I'd never seen this movie before, but I will say I thought it was fantastic. There are a couple, my notes are less than other movies because it's a Tarantino movie, so there's a lot of talking.
Very dialogue heavy.
Very dialogue heavy. And I felt like some of it wasn't necessary, but we'll get into it when those parts come up.
That's Tarantino for you.
But I loved it. I thought it was great.
I did too.
What about you? Because you have actual history.
Yeah, I said I used to love it back in the day. I would have never called it one of my favorite movies, but I definitely loved it. I think Pulp Fiction's better.
Don't remember it.
Well, that might be your problem then.
Yeah, probably. Which Tim Roth is also in. And Tim Roth in this is hot.
Yes, that is true. As a straight man, I agree.
I'm sorry, but like my aesthetic is definitely like grew up in the 90s. So like guys with ties and suits on and being dirty. All about it.
The dirty guys. And the Nick Carter haircut.
Loved it.
You loving that?
Hot.
Okay. Sean from Boy Meets World.
Hot.
Okay.
That bad guy, like the bad boy aesthetic.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
I'm seeing a type here.
I definitely could have put Tim Roth on my wall.
Yeah.
He should have been on my hot man
see
wall.
That. Michael Madsen's a good looking dude too.
Yeah, but his character is crazy.
True.
So Tim Roth is definitely, for me, the MVP of the movie because he was, I don't think I've ever been attracted to Tim Roth before until today.
Oh, that's interesting.
And now I'm just like, wow.
Well, you've only seen like 2 other movies, right?
True. He's in Lie to Me, right? That show.
Did you watch Lie to Me?
I think I watched a couple episodes.
Oh, well, he's in
Pulp Fiction. Hulk.
It's his most famous role, and he's in Hulk. He's in Hateful Eight, too. He works... Tarantino just hires the same people forever.
I don't really remember Hateful Eight very well.
Oh, it's the one where they're locked up.
No, I know which one it is. I just don't remember, like, the plot, I guess. They're all locked up in a... snowed in together, right? That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And scene.
Okay, if you say so.
I just don't remember like details.
I love this movie. It brought about a whole new genre. I don't know that all those are great, but I think it's pivotal in changing the way movies are filmed.
Okay.
Especially movies, of this ilk.
Okay. Can you go into more detail?
Yeah, it uses just camera angles to tell the story. Even.
It does.
This is a movie about a heist that we do not see.
We never see it.
No, we are never inside that jewelry store. Mm-mm. I didn't even realize it was a jewelry store till halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bank.
Yeah.
So I think that's super interesting. I think he does a lot of show don't tell, even though it's all dialogue. He does. There's a scene early on where Mr. White and Mr. Pink are screaming at each other. You can't see Mr. Pink.
Nope.
Yeah. I just love the camera angles he chooses. I know it looks dated because it's...
I thought it looked great.
Yeah, it's got that 90s or early 90s look to it. I also even think that this movie is why Clerks exists in Kevin Smith's entire career.
Oh, that actually makes sense because Kevin Smith is definitely a dialogue, like 100% dialogue kind of guy.
Yeah.
And interesting camera angles and interesting shots.
He famously said one time that somebody tried to get him to direct a superhero movie.
And yeah, I love that part. Go ahead.
He was like, if I directed a superhero movie, it would be them just talking about...
Like leaning on a car.
And
then they'd be like, oh, action. And then they go off to set and then come back and
camera stays on the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this movie is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I love this movie. I'm really excited to talk about it because I had so much fun watching it.
Oh, me too.
So
apparently the script was written in 3.5 weeks when Tarantino worked at a video rental store. There was nobody in the store. He was just writing down the script.
In the 90s?
Yeah.
No one in the store. That's crazy. 'Cause I'm just thinking being a kid in the 90s, my family, I don't know what your family did, but my family visited the video store in our town every Friday. Like every week we went there and rented new movies.
Yeah, we did too. I don't know where this video store was. Maybe it was in
he
Northern
did it on
California or something.
Tuesday nights or something. Or maybe he had the day shift.
Well, if it only took him 3.5 weeks.
Honestly, I loved the movie. I thought it was great.
But somehow he got the script across the desk of Harvey Keitel, who was not even a producer at the time. But Harvey Keitel loved it so much that he was like, I will fund this entire thing.
I saw his producer credit on the...
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, I will give you all the money I can, which is at the moment is $1.5 million.
Oh my God.
If I get to star in this and produce it, I will get it made.
Interesting that I'm not 100% sure I knew Harvey Keitel was an actual person.
You think he was a character in something?
I
know you've heard the name.
I think I thought he was the character from Usual Suspects that I've never seen. Because it's such a great name.
Kaiser Soze?
Yes, because it's such a great name. It doesn't seem like a real person's name.
It's a
great name.
It is a great name.
So
yeah, you're right on that.
I wouldn't have known where his desk was, is all I'm saying.
I don't know if he did either. I think he just was handing out to everyone he came across.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I know this movie also created a lot of edgelords.
Yes,
school.
I was getting so many vibes that I was just like, I think Marcus Parks from last podcast on the left kind of reminded me a little bit of Tim Roth in this.
I think his entire
like a lot of
persona,
boys I met in school.
If you listen to the last podcast on the left, Marcus Parks' like entire persona is Tim Roth practicing that speech.
1,000%. And I was just like, wow. I could see so many like random kids that I knew when I was growing up in these characters. I was like, so all boys watched this apparently at some point in their formative years.
And we all thought we were Mr. Orange.
100%. I think I'm Mr. Orange.
Or maybe Mr. Blonde. I thought Mr. Blonde was super cool too.
Oh, I'm Mr. Like,
he's a psycho.
Actually, I could be a Mr. Pink, I think, because Mr. Pink is kind of just like, I don't want to be involved.
I don't want to be involved in any of this.
Leave, okay? I don't want to be here.
He offers multiple times.
And honestly, I think that other than, like, I don't want to spoil what happens, but, like, I think Mr. Pink might be the smartest person in the room in most of this situation.
Yeah, that might spoil a little bit of what happens, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he's definitely the most intelligent one.
Yeah, I could see that. I like White.
I like White too, but White's a little too emotional compared to Mr. Pink, who's just like, I don't know you, buddy. Let's just go.
Yeah, that's true. I could see that. You want to talk about anything else before we get to the back of the box?
No, I'm good. I'm ready to talk about the plot.
We actually had to look up the back of the box because while I do own this DVD, it's the collector's edition in a gas can.
Yes, which
it's
in the movie.
Super cool. It's metal. Like it's made of metal.
Yeah,
but
it has no description on it.
There's no description on the back. So we had to look it up. But it says 4 perfect killers, 1 perfect crime. They were perfect strangers, assembled to pull off the perfect crime. Then their simple robbery explodes into a bloody ambush, and the ruthless killers realize one of them is a police informer, but which one? That would get me to watch the movie, but that's too much.
It is too much. I wish that it had probably just cut it off as one of them is a rat.
Then their simple robbery explodes into a bloody ambush. Because, you could just stop there.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I think that it's not as it's not as bad as Chain Reactions back a box. Yeah. But it reveals a little too much. I mean, like we've said before, I prefer to go into anything I've never seen as blind as possible. I like to have no expectations because I feel like I enjoy movies so much more if I have 0 expectations, which is why I hate trailers.
Yeah, we knew for a week we were going to watch this, and I didn't talk to you about it at all. Yeah. Because I didn't want you to know any of this.
Yeah, and I talked to my brother, and he was excited that we're covering this, but he also didn't tell me anything.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, ready to do plot?
Let's jump into the plot.
My notes are sparse because it is very dialogue heavy and I didn't know if any of this was important. So
fair enough.
So it opens up with the group of men eating and smoking while they're having breakfast and they're debating what the song Like a Virgin is about.
Yeah, this is so Tarantino.
Very.
Which he's the one delivering all the lines.
And he's the one talking. And he's talking about how Like a Virgin is about a woman who has sex with a guy with a really big dick and it hurts and that reminds her of what it was like to be a virgin. And other guys are like, no, it's just, she just feels new or whatever. It doesn't have to be a big dick, which I don't think it is a big dick.
I don't know, but honestly, I always just kind of assumed that's what it was about. I thought that's what she meant.
I don't know if it could mean that 100%, but I always took it as just like, this is a better relationship for her. And if everything, you know, how like those butterflies when you start a new relationship? Yeah. Like that.
Right.
So that's her feelings.
Could be, but wasn't sex like her whole image?
Yeah.
I'm not a Madonna fan. You are.
Yeah, I loved Madonna back in the day. Yeah. My sister had 2 of the albums, the Immaculate Collection, and then we got, what's it called? Ray of Light, which...
Is the Immaculate... Is that an album or is that like a greatest hits?
I think it's a greatest hits thing. Okay. So it just had all the good ones.
All right. Well,
but
this movie starts with this and Tarantino talking, and I'm like already like I don't want to hang out with this guy.
Yeah, no.
This is just Tarantino playing Tarantino, and I don't want to hang out with Quentin Tarantino.
Okay, but does Tarantino ever not play Tarantino? No. He's always this obnoxious.
Yeah.
Actually,
We've seen clips of him just hanging out and talking to people, and
he does not seem like a person I would want. Like he's a very talented person,
and I love his movies.
Yeah. Would I want to like hang out with him?
Absolutely not.
No,
shot.
never. He seems like such a douchebag. But like, just because he would want to talk to you about technical stuff that I don't want to talk about.
Sort of shit.
And then they start talking about True Blue and arguing about that, and I have no idea what that even is.
Somebody else said True Blue is probably about that. Is that not a Madonna song?
Never heard of it.
Oh, okay.
So it's not on my albums. I had 2 albums. Not on either of those.
Okay.
So,
it's not immaculate.
No clue. So then they start, like, Harvey Keitel takes a book from the old guy at the... Should I tell everyone's names? Because I know everyone's names. But, like, Harvey Keitel... Who is?
They don't tell us yet.
No, they don't tell us. But he takes a book from an old guy at the table, and the old guy's like, "Give me the book back." And then Harvey Keitel's like, "Oh, all we're hearing you talk about is Toby something or Toby this, Toby that."
He's been sitting there saying Toby Wong, Toby Chu.
Yeah, and this never comes up again.
No, it's just Tarantino shit.
Yeah, it's just talking. I guess it's just to show like the connection, because obviously
they're showing that those two know each other.
Those two know each other, and everyone else is more just sitting around.
They know each other well enough that this guy's allowed to take stuff out of his hands.
Right. But I thought everyone knew each other, to be fair. I got the vibe that they were a group of friends who worked together a lot.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So that's the vibe I got.
This is, if you've seen Baby Driver, it's like that. He puts together a new team for every job.
Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah.
But when it first happened, I was like, oh, these are just a group of guys who know each other.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Because then they start, one of them, which I think is so stupid, he says that he didn't ever know that the Reba song, the night that the lights went out in Georgia.
Not the Reba song, but yeah.
It is a Reba song.
The Reba song's a cover.
I'm talking about the Reba song.
It's the same lyrics.
Reba is the murderer in the song. She's the one who killed.
Yeah, Chris Penn didn't know that.
How? They literally say it in the last verse.
That's what they say in this movie. They're like, she says that at the end of the song.
You just never listen to the song.
And he goes, well, I guess I just zoned out during that part. And they're like, every time.
I love, it's kind of like the end of Saw when they're like, do you remember this?
Yeah.
And they bash you over the head with it. And you're like, yeah, I was watching.
Yeah. He says he learned that listening to this 70s radio station. And then they play this 70s radio station throughout the movie.
And I hated the voice, but now
But I showed you.
Yeah.
The voice is Stephen Wright, who's a comedian.
He's very funny.
Comedian. He is very funny. We watched a clip, but that's his whole shtick.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Super boring.
So I was just like, this is why people who grew up in the 70s and like the 70s look so much older than our generation.
Because they had to listen to this shit.
Why is it taking so long? Oh my God. Like, just tell me what song is next.
Yeah, and he was like giving a little backstory to every song, like Casey, what was that guy's name? Casey Keenum?
I don't know who that is.
The top 40 guy from the 90s?
Don't know who that is.
The top 40 countdown.
Casey Kasem? Is that
Casey Kasem.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. He was giving like that sort of background to every song, but it was so flat and boring.
So the next song that we're going to play is Madonna, Like a Virgin.
Yeah.
It's just like,
and it also took him 2 minutes to say that.
Yeah, and I was just like, I didn't write down anything of him talking because I was so bored.
And the screen was black every time he talked.
Every time. But then they basically, the old man is going to pay for everyone's breakfast, and then they're all like, well, we'll just throw him for the tip. And then Steve Buscemi, Steve, his character doesn't tip. And so he says he doesn't believe in it, which... Then they have this big debate about tipping, and everyone else is basically on the side like, the waitress did a great job, we should tip her. Agreed. 100% agreed. But my issue with tipping is I don't pay your employee.
Yeah, well, he says they make minimum wage. Well, now they don't.
Now they don't. Well, they make like, I don't know how they make much they make anymore.
Yeah, it was
like $2 or something.
It was
$3?
$2.14 back when minimum wage was $5.15. I don't know what it is now.
Yeah. So...
But that's where your argument would definitely hold up. Is you pay them. You
pay your employee.
And he has a good point. He says, you don't tip the guy at McDonald's. He's serving you food.
Yeah. Well, like, I guess you can call me a douchebag. I don't really care. But, like, my thing is, if I know you make decent money, like, you know those places like Starbucks and stuff when they're like, tip us. And I'm all like, no, I'm not tipping you. I'll tip a waitress.
Well, yeah, you could go get, like, an oil change and they flip the thing around to you like, tip us. And it's like, what?
No.
I just paid $200 for the oil change.
Yeah, why would I tip you for that?
I'm giving you $5. I haven't even seen you this whole time.
Like, how much? No. Like, I'll tip a waitress because they depend on the tips for rent and things like
I guess
that.
we should make that clear. We do always tip.
We always tip.
We just complain about it.
I complain about it because I don't like that that's what our society... Like, you should pay your employee.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be paying your employee a living wage. You should do it.
And then you see all the videos online of like DoorDashers like messing up people's food.
Because they didn't tip enough.
It's like, well, the food's already marked up by 50% and there's a $20 surcharge on this.
Yeah, and then like...
How are you not making enough money?
Like Walmart grocery delivery, they charge... Like, they do the tip percentage based on how much my groceries cost. So if I order a PlayStation 5 game, one item, you expect me to pay...
Like $25.
$25 or whatever as a tip. And it's like okay, you can say what you want in the comments, but like, I tip for like grocery delivery based on how heavy the items are and how many trips it'll take you to back and forth from the car. Yeah. So like I do $5, I guess, per trip or more if it's
if we're making them work more than anyone else would.
Yes. Yeah. But if it's like 2 bags of groceries, no. Like I'll tip you.
We still tip them.
But I tip like 5% or $5 or $6
well, it's
or
like,
$7.
like $5 to $10.
Yeah, I don't get why I need to pay a percentage
on that
based on my groceries.
Yeah, but tipping has gotten way out of hand.
That's my problem.
Now, because this was 33 years ago.
Yes. And I don't agree with his argument that they make minimum wage because I don't think they do.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
I don't think they've ever made like the federal minimum wage because it's different for waiters.
Well, they're in California.
Oh, okay. It might be different there.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is there.
Yeah.
But still, tip your waitresses. Anyway, and then the old guy comes back and basically they're still having the argument and he picks up the tip and he's like, who didn't tip? And they're like, oh, Mr. Pink didn't tip, who's Steve Buscemi. And then he basically is like, I bought you breakfast. The least you can do is tip the girl. Yeah.
And then he's like, what do you mean you don't tip? And then Tim Roth says he doesn't believe in it. And he goes, I didn't ask you.
Oh.
What do you mean you don't believe in it? Directly to him. And he's like, all right, you paid for breakfast.
I'll tip.
And
it looked like everyone threw in $1.
Yeah. So what's that, like $8?
$8. But $8 in 1992 is like $400 today. Yeah. So it's
we don't even have to look that up.
No.
I'm sure that's
right. So then they all leave the restaurant, and this is one of my favorite scenes because this is the only scene I knew from the movie because it is in Coupling, my British TV show from the early 2000s.
The British sitcom that she loves.
The music and the walk, they ripped it straight from Coupling.
Yeah, they actually used Little Green Bag by George Baker for this shot. This shot, I don't know why this shot works.
It just does.
It looks so cool.
It looks so cool, and it even looks that cool in Coupling, which is a comedy show. Yeah. It looks so good.
They're just also doing it.
I think it's the suits.
It might be the song.
I think it's the slow-mo suits song.
Yeah.
You got gold.
Chris Penn is in a purple tracksuit.
Ignore him. But everyone else looks hot.
Well, except for Mr. Blue.
Mr. Blue desperately needed sunscreen in his life.
Yeah, there's like one 70-year-old man on this job.
Yeah, I don't know why he's back there.
With leather skin.
He can throw off your lady boner. Don't look at him. Look at everyone else. Everyone else looks great.
Have they revealed everybody's colors yet?
No.
Okay.
No. But then we immediately cut from that to someone screaming on a black screen, "I'm gonna die." Dude. Yeah.
What a change.
It is such a huge change. And this was a good movie. So we find out that it's Tim Roth in the back of a car covered in blood. And Harvey Keitel is driving and trying to comfort Tim Roth by holding his hand.
White leather seats.
Blood everywhere. It's a Tarantino movie. Blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And then Tim Roth is basically just crying in the back seat like, I can't believe she shot me. I'm going to die. And then Harvey Keitel is holding his hand and trying to distract Tim Roth from the pain, I guess, and keeping him conscious by talking to him. Yeah. And is trying to get Tim Roth to say, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And then also Tim Roth keeps calling Harvey Keitel Larry. So they get to the rendezvous and Larry is carrying Tim Roth into the warehouse. And then Larry starts assessing the damage. And he says, we're waiting on Joe to come because once Joe gets here, you'll be fine.
Joe can get a doctor here. We just need to wait for everyone to meet us at the rendezvous point, this warehouse. Yeah, nobody has cell phones.
No one has cell phones.
1992.
Yeah. But actually, there is one cell phone in the movie.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But so they're waiting on Joe, and then Tim Roth is telling Larry that he's scared, and he asks him to hold him, and he does, which I honestly loved.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, you get some macho bullshit sometimes with, I don't know, men. Like, I don't know, like the whole Pink conversation later.
Yeah.
How he couldn't
doesn't want to
possibly
be Mr. Pink. Yeah.
Get over yourselves, okay?
Yeah. Mr. White it has to be a father.
I
first off.
love Mr. White.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He has fallen for this kid.
Mr. White is Larry, by the way.
Yeah.
Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
So, because once we develop everyone's names, I'll just be calling them by their colors. Unless I don't, and then get over it. So, so he's holding Tim Roth, and he starts combing his hair to get him to laugh and just trying to distract him. And then Tim Roth starts calmly explaining to him, I'm going to die if I don't get to a hospital. And then Mr. White is like, we can't go. No, you're going to go to jail. Like, we can't take you to the hospital. And then Tim Roth is like, I don't care about jail. I will die. Just throw me off, like, out of the car in front of the hospital. Just take me to a hospital, please.
Yeah, Mr. White keeps trying to tell him that you're not going to die, but it's clear by his face that he does think he's going to die.
Yes.
Because he got shot in the stomach.
Because he keeps saying, like, oh, the kneecaps in the stomach are the most painful thing to get shot in. And it's like, and then he said, you have days. But isn't it where, like, you get shot in the stomach, and what kills you is loss of blood, but also all of your, like, acid and stuff?
In the Da Vinci Code, the book, a guy gets shot in the first, 10 pages in the stomach, and he's talking about how he's probably going to die in about an hour and a half because of the stomach acid.
This movie's an hour and a half.
True.
So.
And kind of in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Way out of order, but.
Kinda. Yeah. Everything in the warehouse is in order.
True.
So, because the warehouse, if you haven't seen it, is our main set piece.
Yeah, this warehouse actually was an abandoned morgue.
Oh, that explains that one room
in Los Angeles,
and the toilet.
The room that they're in was the storage, not body storage.
Why is there a toilet in it? Do you see the toilet?
Yeah, there was a toilet.
Corner?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Interesting. Because there's a one room where Mr. White and Mr. Pink are talking, which is coming up, where it looked very medical, very sterile room with like countertops and stuff. So anyway, then while they're talking about that, Mr. Pink shows up, Steve Buscemi, and then we find out Steve Buscemi. Then we find out that Tim Roth is named Mr. Orange, and that they 100% know that Mr. Brown got killed by the cops. And Mr. Pink thinks they were set up. He's immediately like, response time is supposed to be 4 minutes after you hit the silent alarm. Those cops were there in 1 minute.
There were 17 cars.
17 cars in 1 minute, no sirens. And then he says that there was a second wave that came through of cops with their lights on, responding to the actual alarm. Yep. So he's like, we were clearly fucking set up. Yeah. And who did it? Yeah. And then Mr. White's like, why would you think we're set up? No, someone just hit the button. He's like, no. We were set up. Yeah. Like, this is not how this goes.
Yeah, and he's like, well, let's go talk in another room.
Yeah, so Larry leaves Orange. Mr. White leaves Orange to go talk to Mr. Pink in the other room. And this is the room that I was talking about. It's very sterile. Now that you say it was a morgue, that makes sense.
And this is the shot I was talking about.
Yeah, because down the hall, and you can only see Mr. White.
He's way down at the end of the hallway. You can only see him.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then, so basically they're having a conversation, and Mr. Pink says he felt weird about the job from the jump, and that they start talking, like comparing notes on minute by minute what happened, what they saw.
I love this too because clearly both of them disagree about what happened.
Yeah, because Mr. White says
works.
Mr. White says that the cop showed up and then Mr. Blonde went crazy. And Mr. Pink says, no, that's not what happened. Mr. Blonde started shooting and then the cops immediately came in. Yeah. So clearly we were set up because they were already outside.
Yeah, I just love that commentary on how
both of the
unreliable the memory is.
You know, like this is kind of related but not related. I had a class in college called Sociology of Law. And one of the most interesting experiments we did is one day before class started, the TA walked in, went up to the front, and then walked out the side door, right? Before class had started. And then the teacher went, oh my God, my laptop's missing. And then we were just like, oh my God. And then he was like, so now you tell me exactly who did it, what he was wearing, what he looked like, what door he went out, and all these things. And all of our information was completely different.
Yeah.
Everyone had a different and it was basically just to prove that no one is a good witness. There are no good witnesses, especially when you can talk to each other.
Yeah, I thought about that exact story of yours when I was saying this.
Fascinating.
During this part. Yeah.
So fascinating. Don't trust witnesses. That's all.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely not.
Anyway, but they start comparing notes. And then Mr. White asks Mr. Pink how he escapes. And he says he started shooting his way out. And then we get to see like just a clip of Mr. Pink running down the street with a briefcase. And then the Wilhelm scream goes off, which made me laugh because it was so out of place.
It was so out of place and over the top of the audio
Over
mix.
the top. It was awful.
Yeah.
And then he's being chased by 3 cops. And then he gets to a road, steals a car, shoots 2 cops, and then gets in the car and takes off.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets hit by the car. That's why the window's broken. So the car hits him, and then he pulls the woman out of it.
And can I just say, I haven't added this little tidbit yet, but he auditioned, Buscemi, to play Mr. Blonde. And Tarantino wrote Mr. Pink for himself. And he said, there's no way anybody else is going to play Mr. Pink. I want to be the coolest guy in the movie. And then he saw Buscemi's audition, and he was like, fuck.
You know what? I think that
You're clearly Mr. Pink.
that's really good. Because, no offense, if you're listening, Mr. Tarantino, you would have ruined this movie.
Stick to writing.
The least amount you're in a movie, from what I've seen, the better that movie is.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe do like an M. Night Shyamalan thing and just kind of be.
Did you hear that bit about him being mad at Paul Dano?
Yeah.
And everybody was like, it's because he beat him out for a role.
Yeah.
It's like, well, Paul Dano's a way better
It's like
actor
Paul
than you,
Dano's an
sir.
actor.
Yeah.
So.
I love your work.
But you're always
But not on
Tarantino,
screen.
you know,
Yeah.
like acting wise. But anyway, so he gets in the car and he gets away. And then he makes a comment where he says he shot a couple of cops. And then Mr. White asks him something. He says, no, I didn't shoot any real people, just cops.
Yeah, he says, Buscemi says, did you kill anybody? He said, just a couple cops. And he said, oh, so no real people.
Oh, so no real people, which I thought was interesting. I mean, they are career criminals, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then they start saying, can you believe Mr. Blonde? Mr. Blonde went crazy. And then they start asking why Joe, who we find out is the old man, would hire that guy.
Yeah.
Like, why did Joe hire that guy? And then Mr. Pink, did you notice this? Mr. Pink is loading his gun in the corner and, like, I guess, I don't know. I'm not a gun person. I'm not Reba. He like, chambers a bullet.
Yeah.
And then Mr. White jumps and turns around, like, immediately thinking, oh, my God, you're going to shoot me.
Yeah.
So we're
on
already,
edge.
like, we don't trust each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, very on edge. And then Mr. Blonde, Mr. Blue are MIA. So those are the 2 we don't know what happened to, because we know Mr. Brown is dead, Mr. Orange got shot, and then Pink and White are already waiting at the rendezvous point.
Yeah, and I noticed in this scene that he's combing his hair in the sink.
Yeah.
In the mirror, so apparently when we didn't carry cell phones, we carried combs.
Yeah, like, don't they like usually like
Like a switchblade comb? Yeah.
Switchblade comb, yeah.
That's not what he was using, but yeah.
Would have been cooler.
Probably.
But anyway, so Mr. White asks if it's possible that one of Mr. Blonde or Mr. Blue got the diamonds and just jetted, like left us to carry the, like, you know, to deal with the cops.
No, they
and
couldn't have.
Yeah, and Mr. Pink's like, they couldn't have because I have the diamonds and I stashed them. So that's not what happened. And then he's like, we should just go get the diamonds and leave because waiting here is dangerous.
Smartest guy in the movie.
And he's basically like, Orange is going to die. We don't need to just be here for Orange.
Orange is going to die. The other 2 should have been here by now, and they aren't.
But White and Orange have already developed some kind of a connection because Mr. White feels like he's responsible somehow for
which
Orange
they show
getting
what
shot.
happened later, and he isn't.
I guess because it's just this young kid.
Well, in a way, I guess.
I mean, he's just this young... Orange at this time is just a young kid who's on a job.
Yeah.
Who now Mr. White feels connected to because you're his, I guess, what's it called? Like death angel kind of a thing?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So...
Deathbed companion.
Yes. So they... we get like a clip where Mr. White says that 2 jobs back, because he thinks he's jinxed. So he says that 2 jobs back, he was on a 4-person team, and one of those people was an undercover cop.
Yeah.
So he's just like,
He said, so we got nothing out of that. We just had to bail. And
we
leave
just had
the
to
job.
bail. Yeah. And so Mr. White says that Joe didn't set them up because Mr. Pink was implying that Joe was the reason why they got jumped. And he's like, no, it wasn't Joe.
Yeah.
So, because he's worked with Joe before. And then they start arguing about how they don't trust each other and that either of them could easily be the rat.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that you're not the rat. I don't know that you're not the rat. And then we get a flashback for Mr. White. And he's dressed like a college football coach. And I don't know why.
He says something about Bama in this scene.
Does
and he's
he
wearing Bama colors.
He coach for Bama?
But he's wearing one of those lacrosse polo shirts with the alligator on it.
I was just like, why are you a football
He
coach?
says, I haven't seen Bama in so long or something.
Yeah, he was dressed like a coach. It was
dressed-
off-putting
It was
for sure.
weird. He's wearing a burgundy polo.
And then basically it's just Joe and Mr. White talking, and then they're talking about the job and that it's going to be a 2-minute job, but it's going to be tough 2 minutes. There are 20 employees and they're not good on security. And the whole thing is they're going to get a shipment of diamonds in. They weigh the diamonds there and then they send them to Vermont.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to interfere with is stealing those diamonds before they get shipped to Vermont.
Yeah, we're going to get there right when the diamonds get there. No display case is going to be open, so no alarm should go off.
Take them and go. Yeah. So then we flash back to present day, and Mr. Orange has now passed out. Like, Mr. Orange is unconscious.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Pink is like, we just need to go. And then Mr. White is talking about how he thinks that they need to call Joe so that they can get Orange a doctor.
I'm not leaving this kid.
Yeah, and Mr. Pink points out that Joe was supposed to meet us here, and he's not here. So he's either arrested or dealing with the mess of the police and everything.
Yeah.
So Mr. White mentions that Orange wanted to be dropped off at the hospital. And I liked this part because Mr. Pink is like, then let's do that. Because if he's consenting to being dropped off at a hospital knowing he will be arrested, then that's not our decision.
Yeah.
Like, we'll leave, we'll throw him out of the car, and then he can do what he wants to do.
Yeah, because he said he'd rather be arrested than die.
Yeah, but then Mr. White reveals that Orange, in fact, knows his first name.
Yep.
And Mr. Pink freaks out and is like, why would you do that? Now he knows your name. He knows what your specialty is.
He knows
where you're
from.
from. Like, he knows your face. He knows my face. Now you've risked everything by telling this kid your name. Like, how are you that stupid? And then Larry's basically like, I was trying to comfort him. He was dying. What was I supposed to say? Oh, no, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Just die and not know my name.
Screaming in my car.
Yeah, which he could have given a fake name, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
he also says that he told him where he was from days ago.
yes, that, like, he had already talked to Orange
Yeah.
and told Orange where he was from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So too late for that. And so basically they're arguing. And then they all of a sudden get in a fist fight because I'm pretty sure Pink just still wants to leave, right? Or kill Orange and leave. Like, he just wants to go.
Yeah.
Like, and then Orange or White they get in a fist fight. And it's like that iconic shot.
Mr. White punches him first.
Punches him,
He
and
ends up
it's
on his
like-
back.
Mr. Pink on the ground with pointing a gun up at Mr. White and Mr. White pointing a gun down at Mr. Pink. And then we just slowly start panning back while they're arguing.
Yeah,
with
that
each
is a
other.
famous shot. That's on
Famous
the cover
shot.
of that.
Why have
gasoline
I
can.
seen it? I guess that's why.
Just cinema.
Just
Being
cinema.
alive.
Yeah, it's like that shot from Pulp Fiction with John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson with their guns drawn.
Yeah.
You know, that's a famous shot.
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah, famous shot. And we just start slowly panning back while they're arguing with each other. And then Mr. Blonde is just standing in the warehouse watching them argue and with a Coca-Cola.
Well, Five Guys. No.
Yeah, he went and got food.
Yeah.
He went and got food. And then they ask what happened to Blue, which we don't know what happened to Blue.
No.
So basically they're like, we need answers because you went crazy and started killing people.
And he's like, what's this guy's problem?
Yeah. And Mr. Pink says, this place isn't safe. We need to go. And then Mr. Blonde's like, no one's leaving. None of us are leaving. And then they bring up the shooting spree, and Mr. Blonde defends it by saying they deserved it. They set off the alarm.
Yeah, he says, I told them not to set off the alarm.
And they
then
did. So they got what they got.
They did what I told them not to do.
And he's so calm. He's creepy.
I love him so much.
It's really good acting
Michael-
because he's just so calm.
Michael Madsen should have been in so many more things.
So many more
in his
things,
career.
right?
He's in Driver 2. He's the main character. And that game, even though it's on PS1, famously has cutscenes that are all pretty well acted because they're this guy.
Yeah.
But I can't even think of another thing he's in. Max
Species,
Payne was based
apparently.
on him.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
He's just so creepily calm. He has a soda
Yeah, he does.
after a shooting spree.
Yeah, it's
And Orange is
awesome.
over there bleeding out, and he's just like, hey, guys.
Yeah,
What's
he's
going on?
awesome.
Yeah, and so anyway, they start talking to him, and then like Pink's is like, someone ratted. Like, the cops know what's happening, and then Mr. Pink points out, though, that it's probably not Mr. Blonde because Mr. Blonde is too homicidal for him to be a cop.
Yeah.
Like, that wouldn't make any sense. So then they're kind of comparing notes, and then Mr. Blonde is like, well, just come out to the car with me. And Mr. Pink and Mr. White go out to his car, and then Mr. Blonde tells him that he's been on the phone with nice guy Eddie,
Yep.
who is the tracksuit guy from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, the son of Joe's son.
Yeah.
We'll find that out. And he told them to stay put. Eddie told them to stay at the warehouse. And then he opens his trunk to reveal a man.
Yeah, just a whole
ass man.
man
Yeah.
in a police uniform.
Yep. A young cop in the back of the car.
And they all grin.
And they all are just like, cool beans. And I'm all like, no one lives around here?
You realize the cop has now seen your face. You're going to have to kill this man.
Yeah, I think they know that.
Yeah.
They know that.
They're terrible
so,
people.
Mr. Blonde, we get now like the little flashback of his life.
Is this the first time that this movie has done this? It goes black and then says Mr. Blonde on the screen.
It did Mr. White first.
It did Mr. White?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then now, so Mr. Blonde's name is Vic Vega.
Which is Vincent Vega's name, John Travolta's name in Pulp Fiction. And Tarantino has said that he does believe they are brothers.
Oh, okay. He made them. So
Yeah. Well, he wanted to film a movie about both of them, but by the time
Oh.
he can get both of them to do it, they were too old, he thought.
Didn't Michael Madsen pass away?
Yeah, but not till recently.
Oh, it's sad.
Yeah.
So going back there, so Joe is welcoming Vic into his home and asks how freedom feels. So Vic just got out of prison, and they grab a joke and they grab a drink and start talking about parole. And then Vic thanks Joe for sending him packages while he's in prison. And then they call him Toothpick Vic once.
Yeah, never again.
I don't know why that was included.
Yeah.
And then Eddie walks in, and Vic starts insulting Eddie by saying, oh, Joe was just sitting here saying what a piece of shit you are and how you're ruining the family and you ruin the business and you're just so stupid. And then Eddie's just like, okay, and calmly taking all of his jewelry off.
And Joe's just watching this.
Just watching. And then they get in a fist fight. And then Joe tells him to stop and is like, if you guys want to do the fighting, go to Eddie's office and fight in there or whatever. And then after that, then they start making jokes, or Eddie starts making jokes at Vic's expense, saying that Vic's gay and liked being in prison because of all the dick.
Yeah.
Which, all right.
Okay.
Cool beans.
Well, he also says, I'm not going to yuck your yum what you do in your own house.
Which I loved.
Yeah.
It's just like, thank you.
Just don't come on to me.
Yeah, but also no one came on to you.
Yeah.
So
He was trying to fuck me on the floor.
he did say that. That was his joke. He was like, Dad, did you see me? He was trying to fuck me. And it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah. So this is when we reveal nice guy Eddie is Joe's kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then they basically are talking, and they ask when Vic's going to come back and work for them. And then Vic is like, well, I can't because I have to get a job before I'm allowed to leave the halfway house. And I can't really work for you when my curfew's 10 o'clock. And my parole officer's a dick. And then Eddie's like, okay, well, that's not a problem because we'll just put you on payroll at the docks and then tell your someone will check you in and out, clock you in and out every day. Problem solved. You can go do whatever you want.
Yeah, I want to work for these guys.
I know, except for not the murdering.
No, not the murdering, but
It's
the laying
always
low
you
and
get
getting
paid this well because of the murdering, okay?
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, like you think you want to make this kind of money, but
I want half of this deal.
yeah, imagine if you were actually your GTA character, you would have died years ago.
She has so many times.
Okay, then next we get a clip of the only cell phone in the movie.
Yeah, it's a car phone.
Is it a car phone? Because
Yeah.
he takes it into the warehouse.
That's true.
Is it a
But
car
cell
phone?
phones were not that big.
Oh, okay. Well, it's big, but
Yeah.
he's driving and talking about a major situation, and he says he was on the phone with Dove, who never comes back up, really.
Yeah, no idea. Who that is.
And that he says the boys are currently beating up a cop. They kidnapped a cop, and what do I tell them about, like, what does Daddy say, basically?
Yeah, it calls him daddy multiple times.
Yeah, and then they're just like, just stay put, essentially. And then Eddie gets there, and Mr. Pink tells Eddie, we were set up, and Eddie is like told to call a doctor for Mr. Orange, and then he asks about Mr. Brown and Mr. Blue, and they said Brown is dead. He took a bullet to the head, but Blue is missing. We don't know what happened to Blue.
Yeah.
And then Eddie says that they need to ditch the cars. So he says Pink and White are going to drive the cars, and Blonde is going to babysit the cop that they were torturing and Mr. Orange, who's still unconscious. So then White's like, no, we're not leaving Blonde here. Blonde is fucking insane.
Yeah. He says that in front of him multiple times.
No. And then Blonde's just like, okay. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
And then Eddie's like, no, he's like, what do you mean he's insane? Like, no, he's not.
Is that when he shows him exactly how he just meticulously murdered every single person in the jewelry store?
Oh, yeah.
With holding out the gun?
Yeah.
He's like, he went blam,
Boom,
bam,
blam,
bam.
bam. Just killed 3 people. No, didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Pink and White, just do the whole report that Blonde went crazy, and he's the reason why it turned into a shooting spree with so many cops. And then after all that, they end up leaving because Eddie tells them to go. So he's going to follow them while they dump the cars and then come back. And then go get the diamonds and then come back.
Yeah.
So they leave Blonde with the cop. And then Blonde immediately, the second they walk out the door, is like, oh, finally, good, we're by ourselves.
Yeah, he's apparently been sitting on the top of like a hearse.
Oh, is it a hearse?
It's a gold hearse. And
I thought it was boxes.
he jumps all the way down, which would hurt so bad nowadays.
Man.
Imagine jumping from 6 feet up.
No,
like that.
Did you climb trees barefoot as a kid?
No, that was my brother's joint.
Because I always climbed trees barefoot, and there was a certain age where the pain of jumping out of a tree, it was just no longer worth it.
Yeah, and that was long before Mr. Blonde's age.
Like, do you remember, did you ever get picked up and taken out of the cart, and it was always your dad? Because my dad would do it to me, where he would just put, he misjudged how far the ground was down.
Hard.
Set you down way too hard, and that pain would just shoot through your feet to your knees. And you'd be like, oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
And your armpits would hurt too.
But no, he just shrugs it off and says, oh, we're finally alone.
Yeah, we're finally alone. Takes off his jacket, and then he just starts basically being like, I don't really need you to say anything. I don't really care what you say. I just want to torture you. So...
Well, he acts like he's not going to, and the guy's like, just torture me. Yeah, you can torture me as much as you want. And he's like, oh, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea, but that's all I wanted anyway. And the cop says, I don't know anything. I've only been on the force 8 months. Yeah. And then
it's like, I don't care.
We get very touchy because the cop says that Eddie is Mr. Blonde's boss.
Oh, yeah.
And Mr. Blonde's like, oh, let me tell you right now, pal. I don't have a boss, okay? I ain't got a boss. I'm my own boss, okay?
Yes, you do.
And I'm just like, oh, touchy. Jesus. Ooh, nobody cares. You're going to kill this guy. But then Blonde says that he doesn't care what the cop knows, doesn't care about anything. He's like, you can say whatever you want. You can beg for your life. I'm going to kill you anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to have fun. Ugh. So he is just methodically going around. He puts on a radio station. He pulls a razor blade out of his boot. Right?
Yep.
And then he goes over and he's just kind of dancing around. And
he's dancing to Stuck in the Middle with You.
You're stuck in the middle with you.
The dance was not in the script.
Oh, I loved it. It was so creepy.
Yeah, he did that himself. And this movie premiered at Sundance in 1992, and half of the theater walked out during this scene.
Why?
Because it was about to get intense, which they don't even show anything.
But it's not intense.
Famously, Wes Craven walked out.
People are pussies.
And Tarantino said later, listen, if the guy that made The Last House on the Left walked out of my movie, then I've done my job.
Get over yourself.
You know what happens in The Last House on the Left?
No, I've never seen it.
There is a visceral rape scene, and someone gets their head fried in a microwave.
Yeah, this is not, okay. This is not real, okay? If you can watch A Clockwork Orange, which is probably the most disturbing movie I've ever seen, you could watch this. This is fine.
Agreed.
Yeah, get over yourself.
Yeah.
I've never walked out of any movie.
Oh, I have.
You walked out of Team America, 3 times?
Twice.
You were like, I'm going to try it again. Nope, I'm out.
Any other movie we've walked out of, it's because the theater's been unruly.
We've only done that once, and that was for Benjamin Button.
I know.
And we were just like, okay, this is
There's kids running up and down the
Yeah,
aisle.
kids running up because it was a dollar movie from our town.
Yeah.
Kids running up and down the aisles, people yelling and throwing popcorn. And it was like, I actually wanted to watch the movie, so I'm just going to go get my dollar back.
Yeah, and leave.
and leave. So anyway, so we basically get him like dancing around, and then he starts slashing the cop. And honestly, like for Tarantino, no blood. Like it's just very calm and off screen what's happening.
Yeah,
like,
well, this cop spits up quite a bit of blood, but that's mostly from the punches.
Yeah, that's from the punches, and his note's constantly bleeding.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then he cuts off the cop's ear, which weird. Like what a weird thing.
Another thing I'm talking about with the cool camera angles, though, because he
You don't
doesn't
see it.
show us everything. The camera's like going around him and then pans up to look at like the corner of the room
Yeah.
while the guy's screaming.
Yep. So we don't know what's going to happen. And then he cuts off the ear, and then he just kind of is like, oh, ear. And then he throws it.
He
and
talks
then,
to it and then tosses
yeah, which I hated the talking to it part, if I'm honest. But then he goes back to his car and gets the gas can, a.k.a. our DVD case.
Yeah, famous gas can.
And then he just starts splashing gas on the cop. And I'm just sitting there going like, you're in this building.
Yeah.
They're coming back to this building. Why? What are we doing?
Well, it's all concrete, though.
Yeah, but
Nothing's going to go up with the cop.
You just said there was a hearse in there. That would explode.
Well, the gas wasn't on the hearse, though.
But it would still, like, the way he, like, okay. Have you ever seen, like, people who try to burn down houses in arson videos and then they catch themselves on fire?
Yeah.
Because they're, like, throwing the gas like this and then light it and then they catch on fire also because gas comes back at you?
Yeah.
Anyway, not the most intelligent thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, but a concrete building's not gonna
when
burn
he's
down.
splashing gas on the cop finally starts actually begging for his life. And he's just like, I have a kid. Please don't burn me to death. And then, out of nowhere, Mr. Blonde gets shot.
Yeah, he does. Like 14 times.
Like
in the
14
chest.
times. And Orange is awake. And he has killed Mr. Blonde, which I fucking called,
Yeah, you
by the way. Like, I made a joke at the beginning of the movie when Tim Roth had passed out. And I said, oh, just watch later in the movie. He's going to wake up like Jigsaw and just stand up and be like, oh, the key's over there.
Yeah.
I was kind of right. Sort of. I was right that he was going to wake back up and do something crazy, though.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Tim Roth is like soaked in blood. Like the blood went from his lower shirt to now it's the entire shirt. Soaked in blood, laying in a pool of blood. Like the blood is insane over there. That's the only insane blood in the entire movie.
Yeah, but I also want to talk when he walked out to get the gas can.
yeah.
We went with him.
We went with him.
The camera shot when they first went out to get the cop was a lot tighter. When he went out this time, it was wider. I did not know this warehouse was in the middle of a town.
Yes.
I thought it was in like the desert.
No, that's what I'm saying, because I was just like, this is not an unpopulated area. This is the middle of LA.
Yeah, so now we've had 14 gunshots.
14 gunshots in the middle
Rapid
of
fire.
the city.
Yeah.
Which honestly, mind your business. So anyway, but like Tim Roth, Mr. Orange, is like just pale, soaked in blood. And then he starts talking to the cop. And the cop's like, oh, my name's Marvin Nash.
Yeah.
Which just reminds me of Back to the Future. I'm remember that part where he's like talking to Chuck Berry? I'm cousin Marvin Berry.
Oh, yeah.
So every time I hear the name Marvin, that's all I think about.
Every time you hear the word Marvin.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a Marvin in Pulp Fiction.
I know, he gets shot.
He does.
Spoilers.
Yeah, well, same as this one.
This movie's old. I'm sorry. This and Pulp Fiction are old. If you're listening to this and you haven't seen those movies, this is your fault. So, anyway, and then Tim Roth basically reveals that he's a cop. That he is the cop. He's the rat.
He's the cop.
And then Orange, his name is Freddie Nundyke. And the cop remembers meeting Orange a few months ago. And Orange is like, I don't remember that, but that's exciting for you, I guess. And then Orange tells Marvin, like, I need you to hold on because the cops are waiting around the block and they're waiting for Joe to get here so we can take him down.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we're waiting for is Joe. So, because Marvin's sitting there going like, what do you mean they're on the fucking corner? Get them here.
I
Like,
got my
why
ear
are they
off.
waiting? I almost died.
Get in here.
Yeah, you're dying. And then like Tim Roth tells him to shut the fuck up because he's like, because I'm actually dying. Like I'm going to die.
Yeah, he loses his temper a bit.
Yeah, he's like, you need to shut up because we're going to be fine. Like sort of. Kind
You
of.
are.
You are. And then, so then we cut to Mr. Orange's like past, right? And so we get to see Tim Roth's like leading to this event. So he's debriefing, I'm guessing, his like undercover boss or whatever. I don't remember them ever saying this guy's name, but he's like meeting a guy at a diner to talk about like, hey, I got picked for the team to go work for Joe because that's
his
who we're
name's
taking
Randy
down.
in the credits on IMDb.
Okay, and then they're talking about he has already talked to Larry. He doesn't know Larry's name yet, Mr. White, but he knows that Mr. White made money off of the Brewers game, which means that they know that he's from Minnesota, right? Brewers are from Minnesota?
Milwaukee.
Oh.
Wisconsin.
That's close.
Okay.
Isn't it close? I don't know.
Geographically, yeah, sure.
I'm close. But I don't
Minnesota
know.
also have a famous baseball team. So
Twins.
yes, good job.
Yay! So anyway, so they're basically like, well, I'm going to give you all the profiles for wanted men or men with rap sheets in Milwaukee, and I need you to tell me who Mr. White is. Like, I want you to go through him and figure out who he is. So Mr. White already revealed too much to Mr. Orange.
Yeah.
Just by saying he made money on a game.
I bet he clearly got that information out of him on purpose.
He did. I think he's a really good cop.
Yeah.
Because I think that he's just like one of those likable people.
Yeah.
So people just tell him stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then they mentioned a guy named Long Beach Mike, which I don't even know why we talked about that.
That's another thing that never comes up. I think
That and Dove never come up.
a lot of this is Tarantino
Building a world.
trying to build a world. I think he thinks he's a lot more cleverer than he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just trying to make it seem
Bigger than it is.
yes.
Yeah. So then all of a sudden we're on a rooftop, right? And we're just talking about like his boss is telling him, oh, you need to memorize this commode story and use it as like just your history. And then we get like a whole compilation of Tim Roth like memorizing and adding stuff to this commode story, because the cop is basically like, you need to know every detail of that bathroom like it's real. Did they have paper towels? Did they have hand dryers? Did they have pink soap? Did they have bar soap? Were all the doors on the stall? You need to be in this bathroom. Like, it needs to be real to you.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not going to tell you the details. They just have to be real for you.
You come up with the details. You just need to remember like this
basics of the story.
Yeah. And the story's stupid.
Yeah.
It's boring and not funny.
Yeah, so it spends a lot of time with him practicing. He's practicing in his apartment, and then he's practicing. They're at like a skate park, maybe. There's just a bunch of graffiti on a garage door.
Yeah.
He's reading it back to is that his boss?
Yeah.
And then it cuts to him
telling it like
telling
in a bar.
it in a bar.
To Eddie, Joe,
And then it
Mr. White.
reveals via camera motion
Yeah.
that he's talking to Mr. White, nice guy Eddie, and Joe.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to him being in the bathroom, like living the scene.
Yeah.
And he walks in, and there's 4 cops in the bathroom. And there's a bunch of...
Basically,
he's got a weed on him.
He has weed on him because all of his friends send him to go buy weed from this girl. Yeah. And the girl, he's like, well, why am I going up there all the time to buy your weed? I can just get a bulk deal. And basically, he becomes a dealer, is the whole plot.
He has too much weed, and then he goes in the bathroom, and there's 4 cops, sheriffs.
And a dog, and a police
and a
dog.
canine, just standing there.
Just standing there in the bathroom, like guys love to do.
Yeah.
Stand around and gab in the toilet.
And then the camera, like, swings around him like a Michael Bay type shot, and he's telling the story, but, like, to the cops in the scene.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I like the way it's
scene.
all shot. And you said it's not a funny story. It's not interesting. I think that's why it works.
Why?
I think because this guy has just told them the most boring story on the planet that is about nothing. It makes him more believable.
I guess so, but it makes him less likable too.
Because if one of my boring friends was like, I've been a cop the whole time, I'm like, well, for why?
Why? You?
What are you doing?
I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's not, I guess it makes sense.
And if any of my friends are listening to this, not you.
Not you. Never you.
Not you. You're not boring.
Of course not you. What are you thinking? But anyway, so basically he goes and washes his hands and gets away, and no one cares.
Yeah, it's a nothing story, but I think that's the point.
This is a story that you tell when you realize you had to be there.
Yes.
This is a story you preface with you had to be there.
Yeah. Because it ends with nothing happens.
Nothing happens. And there's like classic.
Yeah.
So in the car, we're still in the flashback. We're in the car with Mr. White, Pink, Orange, and Eddie, and they're talking about stuff. And then in my notes, I say, I don't know, not super interesting. Something about boning some woman named Lady E, which to them was really funny. But to me, I didn't.
Yeah.
Like
So there was a lot of racial epithets.
Yes,
in
lots.
this scene. There was 4 uses of the N-word.
Mm-hmm.
There was slang for people of other ethnicities too. There was Mexicans, super racial slurs.
Yep.
So I think we got too uncomfortable to follow
I
what
think
was actually being said.
But they're debating like like the actors who's in some show that they grew up with that I've never heard of. Like I guess it was like a team bonding moment where it's showing that like Mr. Orange is connecting to these people and they don't suspect him.
Yes.
That's the whole point of the scene, but I thought it was boring. I liked looking at how smoggy LA was.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. I liked that 92 Cadillac they were driving.
Yep.
I used to have one of those.
Yep. And then in the meeting, so basically the whole car part is they're going to the meeting with Joe where everyone gets a rundown and assign their names. So we find out in that scene, like Larry gets his name, Mr. White. Tim Roth gets his name, Mr. Orange. Yep. Mr. Brown is Quentin Tarantino. Mr. Blue's the old man who desperately needed sunscreen in the 1910s. Good God. And then, is that everyone? And then Mr. Pink, obviously. And
Did
then
you
we
talk
get
about Mr. Blonde?
Oh, and the Mr. Blonde.
And Mr. Pink.
And Mr. Pink. And then we get like a stupid, like, I don't want to be Mr. Pink. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah.
That I don't like that. Obviously, I don't like the whole like
the alpha male.
The alpha
garbage.
male. I couldn't possibly be associated with the color pink.
Yeah, that's.
Shut up.
That couldn't be me. I have multiple shirts that are pink. I do not give a shit.
I wouldn't have married you if you were this guy because fuck that guy.
Yeah, so he starts bitching, why do I got to be Mr. Pink? And he's like, you're Mr. Pink.
And then Mr. Brown says, like, I'm associated with shit.
Yeah, he's like, I might as well be Mr. Shit.
Yeah, like,
And then he's like, Mr. White says, why are we bitching about the names? He's like, easy for you to say.
Because you got a cool name.
You're Mr. White. He's like, nobody's changing names. If everybody got to pick their names, they'd be Mr. Black. Every one of you.
Yeah, true.
He's like, well, I'll just be Purple. Purple's fine. He's like, you can't be Mr. Purple. Mr. Purple's some guy on another job.
Yeah, which I just... I like the scene, I guess, but I just don't like the stereotype that men can't possibly be associated with the color pink, heaven forbid.
Yeah, that's literally the smallest possible thing to be fragile about your manhood about.
You're about to go murder people and steal diamonds, bro.
You know how cool you're going to look murdering these people?
You're freaking cool.
Look at your suit.
Like, and I'd rather be Mr. Pink than Mr. Orange.
Yeah.
And Mr. Blonde. Blonde's not even a color.
Is it not?
I mean, it's yellowy, but like, it's a hair color.
Yeah.
It's not one of these colors. But anyway.
Apparently, Joe Cabot was played by Lawrence Tierney, who's like most famous for being a dickhead. And he almost got in a fist fight with Tarantino during either this or the cafe scene.
Oh my God.
Yeah, over like dialogue choice.
Is this Tarantino's first movie?
Yes.
Oh.
He's a kid. He was 29.
Wouldn't you want to punch Quentin Tarantino, though?
Well, I'm not going to be accused of assault or battery.
Yeah, you haven't punched him. But
Which
you
one's
want
the
to?
threatening? Battery?
Allegedly, would you want to punch Quentin?
No. I'm not going to punch anybody.
I know, but like, I kind of get it because I feel like Quentin Tarantino is probably being
pompous.
A pompous ass.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. So anyway, then we get the plan. Mr. Orange is assigned to stand outside. No one goes in, no one goes out. Mr. Brown is going to be waiting in the car as the getaway driver. Mr. Blonde and Mr. Blue handle the customers and the employees with guns. They just hold them there. And Mr. White and Mr. Pink take the diamonds. They go back and steal. Wow. And then they're all supposed to meet up at the warehouse. So that's the plan.
Wow.
And then after the job, we're still in the past. So after the job, Mr. Brown is driving them in the car, already has a bullet hole in his head and blood rushing down his face. Mr. Brown, again, if you forgot, is Tarantino. Yeah. And then he just rams them into a car and then just keeps running into it.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing?
Like a lobotomy, kind of like he's not there. And then so they get out of the car because now they're just not moving. Because he's just there. Dying. And then Orange is talking to him because like Mr. Brown says something about like, I'm blind. And he's like, no, you're not blind. There's blood in your eyes.
I bet he was blind.
I bet he was. Yeah, he was fading. And so a cop car comes down the alley and Mr. White shoots both of these people.
Yeah.
And this, at the time, Mr. Orange is not shot. So Mr. Orange is fine. And so Mr. Brown then succumbs and dies of his headshot. And then they just start walking with guns out down an alley. And I'm like, why didn't you put the guns up?
Yeah. They were holding him up like above their shoulders.
Oh,
too.
and that's another one of my favorite shots of the movie. So as they're walking away, you see a shot of like 5 people behind, like, what kind of car is that?
The green one? I should have looked
It's like a green Chevy Tahoe looking thing. None of them are watching the filming of this movie. They're all minding their business, which I love because a guy just put like 10 bullets in 2 cop cars in an alley around a chain link fence that they could see through, and they're not even paying attention.
Not my problem.
Yeah, rule 1. But anyway, so they go to steal a car, and as they're stopping the woman, they pull a gun out to get her to stop the car, and she, when Mr. Orange opens the car door, shoots Mr. Orange in the stomach, and he falls down and then immediately shoots her in the chest. Yeah. And he looks like he
has never killed, and
he regrets it.
At least never killed
but
an innocent
also
person.
Now he's clearly not a cop because he murdered an innocent woman.
Yeah.
So
which is why now we know why Mr. White has unshakable faith.
Unshakable faith. Yeah. So
I watched this man murder a random woman.
Yeah. And then we go back.
But in reality, she still had the gun pointed at him.
She did.
So he was about to die.
He was about to die. He had to do what he had to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I've always heard just to give it to him. It's just a car. Just.
Yeah.
Yep. Take it. That's fine.
Yeah. Take my car.
But also, I've never been in that situation, thank God. So I don't know how I would react. But then we're back to present day. And so Eddie, Mr. White, and Mr. Pink have come back. And keep in mind, Mr. Blonde is now dead in the corner by the front door, like covered in bullet holes. And then Orange is trying to say Blonde was going to burn the cop and me. And then when you guys got here, he was going to kill you too, take the diamonds and go.
Most of that's true.
And then, so he's just like, oh yeah, no, it's like, that's why I had to kill him. And then Eddie's like, no, like, what are you talking about? Because keep in mind, the whole rules that Joe went over is don't give each other personal information. Don't talk to each other. Use aliases only. So none of these people know that Mr. Blonde personally knows Joe and Eddie.
Yeah.
Like, he knows them. So
he's almost a plant himself.
He is, yeah. So, because that's what they say. Remember when they're hiring him, they say, oh, can we put him on this job? We usually don't use people we know.
I know you don't like using the boys.
Yeah, I know you don't like using the boys, but he could be helpful.
Yeah.
So they don't know that they know each other.
Well, he shouldn't have fucking used one of the boys.
No, he shouldn't have, because now he's dead.
And so are a bunch of people in that jewelry store.
Yeah, but I don't think they care about that. So anyway, so Eddie doesn't believe him, and Mr. White is saying like, yeah, no, Mr. Blonde is crazy. And then Eddie's like, okay, so let me put this to you. The guy who went to prison for 4 years and never said a word about my dad or me, who could have flipped on us to get less time in a heartbeat, never did. But then he gets out of prison and immediately betrays us.
Yeah.
Which
he's saying that doesn't make any sense, but let me put it to you this way. Maybe he didn't give you guys up because he wanted to kill you himself when he got out.
I know. That's where I'm coming from. I'm like, oh, he's been to prison.
Yeah.
You trust him? Yeah. He's crazy.
He is crazy.
He is crazy.
That's verifiable.
But so Orange is basically trying to convince Joe that Blonde was going to kill everyone and take off with the diamonds. And Eddie's like, no, he wasn't going to do that.
That's my boy.
And then as they're arguing about this and White's defending Orange, because keep in mind, Orange is still on the floor holding his stomach with blood just pulling out everywhere.
Oh, yeah. And if you haven't seen this movie, he's been laying in this spot the entire movie.
He has not moved.
Except for the flashbacks.
Yeah. So then as they're arguing, Joe walks in and says immediately, he's all like, Orange is the rat. Like, Mr. Blue is dead. Mr. Brown is dead. Orange ratted us out. Orange is a cop. And then White is completely aghast at like everything because he's like, well, how do you know that? And then Joe's like, because Orange is the only one I wasn't 100% on.
Yeah.
That's his entire premises. Like his entire basis is just, I didn't feel confident in him.
That kind of makes sense to me, if he is
If this is your
100% sure
career,
on
yeah.
everyone but one guy, and then there's a
It's
rat,
got to be that guy.
it's got to be that guy.
Yeah. So White is all like, that is your defense? Like,
Yeah.
you think that it's him just because you weren't sure about him?
Yeah.
No, because I've been with this kid. It's not this kid. This kid wants to go to the hospital to do jail time. Like, you know?
Because he wouldn't do jail time.
Exactly. Because he's like, please, dear God, take me to the hospital. So then they draw their guns because Joe has a gun on Orange. And then White pulls a gun on Joe. Ooh. And then Eddie pulls a gun on White. And they're all just like,
About to
like
be
the
all Tarantino
Spider-Man,
up in here.
Like, which Spider-Man kind of a scene? Like,
Yeah.
just everyone's pointing a gun at everyone.
It's a Mexican standoff.
Yes.
Which is famous in a bunch of Hong Kong movies, but his favorite movie at the time was City on Fire, which is a Hong Kong crime thriller. Mm-hmm. He based like this whole movie on Hong Kong crime thrillers. Mm-hmm. So
interesting. So everyone has their guns drawn, and basically Eddie's like, if you shoot my dad, I'm going to shoot you. And Mr. White's like, Joe, if you shoot Orange, I'm going to shoot you, and then I'm going to kill your fucking kid. And then Orange is like, I didn't do anything. So they're basically, they just, yeah, they're like that. And we watched this scene so many times to see who, like,
we kept running it back.
Like the solo Greedo
Solo
thing.
Greedo thing.
Yeah, like who shot first.
We watched it in slow-mo.
We watched it in slow-mo. We watched it probably 10 times to see the muzzle flashes.
Yeah.
So Joe shoots first, 100%.
Yeah.
Like Joe shoots Orange.
We should clarify that if you watch this at normal speed, it's like
it's boom, everyone's on the ground.
Yeah.
Literally just 1 second, boom, everyone's on the ground.
Yeah.
And you're just like, who shot Eddie? Because Eddie didn't have a gun pointed at him. So who shot Eddie? That's why we went back the first time, because they were like, what happened to Eddie? But no, so Joe shoots Orange. Orange like hits the ramp. Immediately White shoots Joe. Eddie shoots White. And then while White's going down, White turns and shoots Eddie. Yeah. And it blows Eddie off of his feet.
Yeah, he comes up off of his feet.
Yeah, and his dad didn't even fall that hard.
No, because that's an old man actor.
Yeah, he like just kind of twisted.
Slowly
like,
turns down to his knees.
But yeah, it was an awesome scene.
Yeah,
so
and I wrote down when Eddie died, no more Mr. Nice Guy.
Stupid. That's dumb. I hate that.
Thank you. I'll
Good
be here
job.
all week.
But and then Mr. Pink crawls out from underneath the ramp that Mr. Orange just got shot on and just walks out, picks up the diamonds, and walks out the door. Yeah. Like he's just like, fuck this.
Okay, well everyone's dead, I guess.
Not dealing with that.
That's a wrap.
And so White and Orange are the only ones in this room who are currently alive. Because, oh shit, we didn't even say, when Eddie came back in and Orange was like saying that Mr. Blom was going to kill the cop and me, Eddie was like, oh, you mean this cop? And then shot him 4 times.
Yeah.
And killed the cop. And was like that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So Eddie is the one who killed the cop. Sorry.
Yeah.
So anyway, we see White and Orange are the only ones alive, and they kind of crawl. White crawls over to Orange and is holding Orange in his lap, like kind of curled around him while they're both dying. Yeah. Basically, because they're just like, well, we're going to die now. And so they're holding each other, and then you hear sirens start heading their way. And then you hear gunfire because clearly they found Mr. Pink trying to run away.
Yeah.
And we don't know what happens.
So apparently, when we were watching it with subtitles and nothing outside was subtitled, but apparently if people have like amplified the sounds and stuff to hear what happened outside, and I don't know what was said, but it sounds like he was arrested, not killed.
Okay.
So, but then if he says Vic and Vincent Vega are brothers, Steve Buscemi is in Pulp Fiction. He's a waiter though, so he's working for tips.
How does he fit in though? And how does Tim Roth fit in?
Oh yeah, Tim Roth.
Yeah, there's lots of people from this movie that are in Pulp Fiction. But yeah, no. So Mr. Pink apparently, according to fan theories, gets arrested, not killed. So he might be the only survivor. Potentially.
Yeah,
we don't know.
everyone else is definitely
dead. While they're being held, or while Orange is being held by White, he admits he's like, I'm actually a cop, bro. Which I don't know why he said this. He says he's sorry, and then White starts like groaning and crying because he just killed one of his friends. For you. And then White pulls a gun out and puts it against Orange's head.
I think he said that to clear his own conscience because he's now taken 2 shots.
I think so. I think he knows he's going to die.
I'm going to die.
Yeah. And then the cops run in and you focus in on White's face, Harvey Keitel's face. And then you hear the cops ordering him to put the gun down. And then off screen, you hear one shot and then multiple gunshots. Yeah. So White kills Orange and then
cops kill White.
Cops kill White.
In the billiard room with the wrench.
Yes. Stupid. But like, it was such a good movie. And then it just cuts and then it starts playing, put the lime in the coconut, bring them both up, put the lime in the coconut. I loved it. It was a great movie.
It was a fantastic movie, but that's what I'm talking about with Tarantino. His music choice is so weird.
I loved it.
A lot of times it really works.
Like that.
In this movie, yeah, it worked in the credits. It worked in
the
Stuck in the Middle
walk.
with You. It worked with Little Green Bag and Slow-Mo Walk. Mm-hmm. Agreed. The only part I didn't like about this movie is Tarantino yapping about music at the beginning.
Yeah, I got to, because like you said, these men don't know each other, but the vibe I got from that kind of conversation is, oh, we're friends and we've run out of shit to talk about.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what like a virgin means.
Yeah. That's the dumb shit I would talk about to people I have known forever.
That you've known for 20 years and you don't have anything to talk about anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other note I have on this movie is that there are 272 fuck words.
Oh, fuck words.
Which at the time was a record.
We should count how many fuck words are in our podcast.
That sounds like so much work.
For you. I'm going to go play Baldur's Gate.
No, you can do that. I have to edit.
But I loved this movie. I thought it was great.
I thought this movie was fantastic.
I think it holds up really well.
I guess if you had asked me to rank all of the Tarantino movies before today, this probably wouldn't have been nearly as high as it is now. Now it's like top 3.
It wouldn't have even charted for me.
Well, yeah, you hadn't even seen it.
I don't think I've honestly seen that many Tarantino movies.
I've seen everything except for Jackie Brown, and I don't think I've seen Kill Bill Volume 2.
Okay.
I've definitely seen everything else.
I've seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Fantastic.
Hateful Eight, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs. I haven't ever seen Kill Bill or Kill Bill Volume 2, but my brother fast forwarded through it when I was a teenager and showed me all the fight scenes. Does that count?
Yeah.
So I've seen those.
No, that doesn't count.
So I've seen those, and I've never seen Jackie Brown.
You've seen Django Unchained too.
I've seen Django Unchained. Yes.
Did you say Inglourious Basterds?
Oh no, I love that one.
I think you've seen everything I have then.
Okay, except for Kill Bill 1. Kill Bill. I would say I haven't seen the Kill Bills other than what Jacob showed me.
Okay.
So, but Jackie Brown and Kill Bills are where I lack. But
I've never seen one I don't like. I have a friend who hates Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I love that movie.
Yeah.
Every Tarantino movie is great.
Yeah, I agree. I like them all. But, so, it's your turn to pick actor.
Was I done talking about this movie?
Okay. Are you? I think it holds up really well. And for probably a pretty low budget, I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah, for $1 million. They also said that they couldn't afford the suits on Harvey Keitel's money. So if you look, a lot of them are wearing black jeans. Really? Yeah, and a costume designer that knew Harvey Keitel just loaned a bunch of suits to them.
Oh, I'm so glad because I think the suits made the movie. Like they're so important.
They are important.
I love it.
Agreed.
It makes it so iconic and timeless.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah. I don't know who to pick for this next link, though. I guess it's my turn.
It's your turn to pick person.
My turn. Oh, where do I want you to go?
I don't know.
I could pick Michael Madsen, and you wouldn't be able to pick anything.
Okay.
I'll just go with Harvey Keitel.
I was hoping you would pick him because he's the only one other than Chris Penn who's in a movie I can sort of torture you with.
Why do you want to torture me? You loved this movie.
I did love this movie, but I want to watch my movies too.
Oh boy.
So
is that what we've been doing?
Yeah, mostly. So it's my turn to watch one of my movies. So the Harvey Keitel movie we will be watching.
What is he in?
Sister Act.
Oh, I've never seen Sister Act.
No, you haven't.
Because it doesn't look like something I would enjoy. Okay, well that should be fun.
It's gonna be great.
Do we own that?
I don't know. We might have to go shopping.
All right.
But we're gonna go get it because I want to. It's the only thing I know him from.
So episode 8.
Episode 8. Sister Act.
Sister Act. Okay.
Heck yeah.
I've never seen it.
I'm excited.
Should be fun.
All right. That's a wrap for this week's episode. Thanks for joining us. If you like the show, leave a review, follow the chain, and join us next week as we link from Reservoir Dogs to Sister Act. Bye.
See ya.